Now we are going to do AMA reactions at the alpha carbon. Sessions AMA reactions at the alpha carbon of the carbonyl compounds. So, here we are dealing with AMA compounds that have got a carbonyl group, right? So, it's a compound that has got a carbonyl group. So, there must be a carbon double bond oxygen. Okay. So as long as we know carbon double bond oxygen ganjen, this is a compound that has got a carbonyl group. So when we are talking about alpha carbon, it is the carbon that is next to the carbonyl carbon. Okay, asibukeni kahle. Masingathi we can have something like this, sithi we have an aldehyde. An aldehyde has got a carbon here, right? It has got a carbon here, and then ngale ino hydrogen. So this is a, what is the name of this aldehyde kanje? Acetaldehyde is ethanol. So when you have got to ethanol kanje, this carbon here that is double bonded to the oxygen, we say it is known as the carbonyl carbon. So this is the carbonyl carbon. You see, this is the carbon that has got the double bond with oxygen. Okay, and then the carbon esukibonde naleyo carbonyl carbon siyibiza ngani? Nge-alpha carbon. So when you're talking about the alpha carbon, it is the carbon that is bonded to the carbonyl carbon. So in this case, alpha carbon here is only one. It is this carbon here that we're finding here. So it's just a carbon that is bonded to the carbonyl carbon. If we can have more than one alpha carbons, we can have something like this, whereby we've got a double bond oxygen and we've got nancy compound. So this is acetone. So acetone ganjena, normal you can say this is propanol. So acetone, we have got a carbonyl carbon, nancy carbonyl carbon here. It is the one that has got the carbon double bond oxygen. But the other carbons that are bonded to it, so I'm alpha carbons. So we can say here in this case we are having two alpha carbons. So we have got an alpha carbon here. We also have got an alpha carbon here. So alpha carbons, when it comes to these compounds, we are referring to carbons that are bonded to the carbonyl carbons. What is the carbonyl carbon? It is the carbon that has got a double bond oxygen. It is the one that is forming the carbonyl group. So we are going to be looking at what reactions can happen to these carbons, because Lanage, the whole topic is all about reactions at the alpha carbon of carbonyl compounds. That is where we're gonna do enols and enolates. Okay. So now a carbonyl carbon, a carbonyl compound, it can act as a nucleophile or as an electrophile in nucleophilic addition and nucleophilic acyl substitution. So skhumbuleni ukuthi i-carbonyl carbon, this carbon here, when we look at it, it can be able to act as an electrophile, and it is being pulled away from lama electrons by this oxygen. So it can act as an electrophile. So if we have got just a general reaction, let's just say we have got this setup, carbonyl group wetulana, and then we have got a living group which is X, and then we bring into an lone pairs, or we bring a nucleophile. So when we bring a nucleophile, or when we bring a substance that has got lone pairs or substance that is electron rich, it can be able to recognize the carbon lone, since it is bonded to this carbon here and it is bonded to this living group. Living group, they've got electronegativity enjani ephezulu. So we already know that this carbon is experiencing an electron pull. Shutama electrons are being pulled towards the what? The living group. Similarly here, the electrons are being pulled towards the oxygen. So ngamanye this carbon, we say that it is electrophilic, or you can say that it is slightly positive. So whenever we bring a nucleophile can always be able to attack this carbon. And then obviously when it attacks this carbon, electrons will go to oxygen, because oxygen on a pull enkulu on these electrons, right? Skhumbuleni carbon cannot have more than 4 bonds. So the moment a nucleophile recognizes utu carbon lona is positive, then it is going to use its lone pair to try and bond with this carbon, positively charged, slightly positive. But because carbon cannot be able to handle a lot of electrons, cannot be able to handle more than 4 bonds, then the double bond between oxygen and carbon will have to break. and ama-electrons wakhona kubani oxygen. So we are likely to have a typical case of something like this, and it's a reversible reaction. Last wakhona no R, sibe no C, and then again, what else can happen? Let's just write it njengoba nje okwamanje and put our nucleophile. Sifake nucleophile kanjena. Now sesine single bond oxygen, but oxygen wethu now will have 3 lone pairs of electrons because ithathe I1 la from this bond. So when we have got a scenario like this, we already know this is an intermediate. Ayikwazi ukuba a compound stable, mine negative charge kanjena. So what's most likely to happen is this is going to leave. If this is a good living group, it will leave. But if it is not a good living group, we usually need to make it to be a good living group. But in this case, if we assume XOH is a good living group, then it will just take away these electrons. Why iyenza kanjalo? It is trying to eliminate your negative charge. So your negative charge asimfuni because it makes this unstable and only exists in aqueous solution. So the moment this living group ibona this one is unstable, lo oxygen lo une extra lone pair, so it will do what? It will donate that lone pair to form a bond line so that it can get rid of any negative charge. But since carbon cannot be able to handle more than 4 bonds, the moment it is at the extra bond, skip A1. And if this is a good living group, this bond has to be broken, and the electrons will go to the what? To the living group itself. So we'll end up having a scenario whereby we have a reversible reaction of R, C, bonded with a nucleophile, and then double bonded to an oxygen ganje, and then you get this is plus X with a lone pair minus ganje. So this is just a standard nucleophilic acyl substitution reaction. So we say this is known as nucleophilic acyl substitution. We've been doing it for so long, Nakhon. This is nucleophilic acyl substitution. So nucleophilic acyl substitution. So the nucleophilic acyl substitution, it only happens on carbonyl compounds. Normal ama compounds that have got a carbonyl group. Why is that? It is because the carbonyl carbon, it can act as a what? It can act as an electrophile, because lower carbon lower it lacks ama electrons. So now we are going to look at how does that happen masinama alpha carbons if our reactions are happening on labo carbon lawa semaceleni. Because remember this is a typical reaction enzeka on this carbonyl carbon angisho. But now what if we try to do the same reaction on the alpha carbons, on these carbons that are at the sides of the carbonyl carbon? Ama alpha carbons are just these carbons bonded to carbonyl carbon. So let's just see what reactions can occur or what reactions can happen there. So we can have a scenario. Let's just take okay, we've got the alpha substitution reaction. So we're gonna call it the alpha substitution reaction, whereby a reaction yakho is happening on the alpha carbon. All right. So we are just going to take a practical example. We take C double bond oxygen kanje, right? And then we have got another carbon lana, spenomunyu carbon la, and then we have got hydrogens kanje, H, and then lana we can have any other bonds. Okay. So masingathi siyabuka la, we are having a carbonyl carbon angisho, because this is a C double bond O. So nangu carbonyl carbon wethu. So the carbon that is bonded next to it, sibiza ngani? The alpha carbon. Shuthi this is a what? This is an alpha carbon. So basically, if we want to use this carbonyl compound as a nucleophile, we are going to bring a base. So masileta i-base iyenzani? If we realize to value alpha wethu has got a proton on it, a base always deprotonates angisho. Siyazi i-base, it always removes a proton. So whenever you see something that has got a proton and then you bring a base, it has got an ability to deprotonate it. So i-base, it is a proton acceptor. Ngamanye amazwi, i-base can be able to take away a what? A proton. So makungathiwa siletha i-base onto this carbonyl compound, what can happen? So if we bring a base, we know the base has got a lone pair of electron. Angisho siyakwazi lokho angisho. base must have a what? A lone pair of electrons. It cannot be a base if it doesn't have a lone pair of electrons. It cannot be a base if it doesn't have a lone pair of electrons. So now if we bring a base yakho will have a lone pair of electrons. This lone pair of electrons that is used to pull away the what? To pull away the hydrogen or to pull away the proton. That's why I see base is a proton acceptor. So in terms of base yakho is able to just take this proton. Okay? And if it takes away the proton lona, says hydrogen, agekho that electronegative angisho. Shows hydrogen can never be able to take lama electrons wale bond. So the electrons of this bond, where will they actually go? They will go to this carbon or alpha carbon. So Amayamas, we say this is alpha substitution because the electrons will actually go to the what? To the alpha carbon. Not to alpha carbon, it is good at holding a negative charge. But because we are removing a base, lama electrons, they must go somewhere. They cannot go to hydrogen because hydrogen is not that much electronegative. And then, but they can try to go to carbon is kashan. When they go to carbon for a short while, what happens? When they go to carbon, you're gonna have C, double bond O lana, and then we're gonna have ubani, we're gonna have UC wethu. UC wethu this time would have a what? A lone pair of electrons, and then we're having 2 bonds there. But now ucarbon wethu is now having a lone pair, I bond. Sayibonke kanjalo ngisho inani in a lone pair. So if you try to calculate a formal charge, formal charge yakhona uzobani -1 because vele it has got an extra lone pair. Carbon is neutral when it has got 4 bonds in total. A lone pair, when it's just standing there on its own, it is not the same as a bond. Sayibonke kanjalo ngisho. So ukuba khona kwe lone pair nje on a carbon, it causes the carbon to have a what? To have a negative charge. But now we already know ukuthi abo carbon, they are not good at holding what? Negative charges. In fact, abo carbon anion, we say this is known as a carbanion, carbon anion, it is not a stable anion at all. Why ingekho stable? Because carbon akanayo shell to be able to carry an extra lone pair of electrons. So ngamanye amazwi lo carbon lona ukuba nawo ama electrons, it becomes what? It becomes unstable to an extent. So usually what happens here, we say uthi le structureless, it exists in a resonance. So it means le structureless asikwazi ukumase kanjeni. It cannot just be like this. So this structure will exist in a resonance. So these electrons, this lone pair of electrons, it can be able to just delocalize form a bond between this carbon and this carbon. But if we're gonna form another bond lana, lo carbon lo says on how many bonds in total? More than 4 and it says 1 or 5 bonds. So since we are now having 5 bonds, what needs to happen? Oxygen will do what? It will take away the electrons. So oxygen will take away the electrons. Because vele oxygen unayi electron negativity, noma unayi electron pull better than carbon. So the moment whenever we add a bond to a carbon atom, oxygen will take away another bond to balance out because the carbon wedge cannot have more than 4 bonds. So we already know that the other possible resonance for this is going to be C and then single bond O, and then you're going to have a negative charge, and then you're going to have a C here and a double bond, and then you're going to have that, we're going to have that. So manju carbon weight is no longer negative. So ngamanye amazwi, lo negative charge lo has been transferred from the carbon to the what? To the oxygen. Sounds negative wakho bulana ngisho. But because of the resonance esiyenzile lana, the moment lama electrons eza ngapha, oxygen will take away this bond. So ngamanye amazwi, this negative charge has been transferred from the carbon to the oxygen. Why is that? This one is a more stable resonance because oxygen can carry a negative charge. Not for so long, but oxygen can do what? It can carry a negative charge. But carbon akwazi ukuhlala a negative charge for a longer time. So it will stabilize itself via resonance. Ngamanye amazwi, the negative charge is transferring. So we end up having a resonance structure. These are 2 resonance structures. So it means that the compound lena, you can never be able to isolate it as one thing. It exists as a resonance. Yabo ilokhu iyashintsha randomly, but this one is the most stable resonance that we have. So lana ke, what do we call this? This ion is known as an enolate ion. So we call this ion an enolate ion. So this one is an enolate ion. So enolate ion, it is an anion, number one thing. So it is a negatively charged ion. And the negative charge, it is localized like oxygen. Yabo. So kule ion lena ngisho siyawenza vele negatively charged lisi yonke. But in particular, the negative law, it is sitting on the what? On the oxygen. So this is known as an enolate ion. Let's just try to see where is the name kind of coming from. Lo enolate ion, uno in ekalen. So this in here, enolate, that in kind of indicates to us, it is having a double bond. Yes. Because must no in, it means that it has got a double bond. Must enol, it has got a double bond. So you're gonna try and find out ulate, what does it mean in this context. But in lawyer, it means we have got a double bond. So this is an alkene. It's kind of like an alkene, but it has got what? It has got an oxygen that is negatively charged. So it is known as an enolate ion. So enolate ion, it has got an extra lone pair. That is why it is negatively charged. And the into N negatively charged, or something that has got an extra lone pair, it can act as a what? As a nucleophile. So mangathi mina ngiletha electrophile, or if I bring something that is lacking ama electrons, if I bring a substance enama electrons amancane that is lacking ama electrons, such as maybe carbon okanje, this is a carbon that is lacking electrons. If I bring this carbon is electrophilic because low X, it is pulling electrons away from it. This double bond oxygen is also pulling electrons away from it. So low carbon low uyini uyi electrophile. Norma, it is our center of electrophilicity. So if we bring an electrophile and then no carbon, this carbon has got an extra lone pair. You see, this carbon can act as a what? As a nucleophile. So ngamanye amazwi, ama-carbonyl compounds, they can either act as electrophiles or they can act as what? As nucleophiles. That's the first thing. Sithe act as ama-electrophile kuphi if we are doing the nucleophilic acyl substitution. Mawukuthi we are bringing a nucleophile and we have got a strong leaving group that is pulling electrons. Shuthi lo carbonyl compound wethu uyini? Uyi-electrophile makunjena ngisho. But now, if we are now having an alpha substitution case, whereby we bring a base, we take away the proton, and the electrons will move to the carbon. The compound lena noma the intermediate lena is now more of a what? Of a nucleophile. Because simply a nucleophile is something that has got a what? An extra lone pair of electrons. Or you can say something that has got a negative charge. So this carbonyl compound, it is acting as a what? As a nucleophile. So scumbulans, carbonyl compounds, carbonyl compounds, they can act as electrophiles in nucleophilic acyl substitution reactions. Those are the reactions that all along. Our esterification, all of those, our carbonyl, they were acting as what? As electrophiles. But now when we come to alpha substitution, whereby you are performing a deprotonation using a base from an alpha carbon, that is when your carbonyl compound will now have an extra lone pair of electrons, making it to be a what? A nucleophile. So umbuzo mawungathi nje ama carbonyl compounds, can they act as nucleophiles or electrophiles? The answer is yes. When do they act as electrophiles? Laphaya ku nucleophilic acyl substitution. When do they act as nucleophiles? Lana ku alpha substitution. And how, if they say show the mechanism of how that happens, this is the mechanism. But here at the end of the day, we make an enolate ion. So an enolate ion, it exists in a resonance. So now on this enolate ion, if I bring electrophile, let me just write a general electrophile. Electrophile. Remember, electrophile, it is slightly positively charged. I now am my electrons. Should see an electrophile is just something that is slightly positive charge. It doesn't have any lone pair of electrons. It is electron poor. So because lo carbon lona, because we're having an extra charge here, what is most likely to happen? Low double bond law, it can break. But basically what actually happens, low oxygen lona, yes, it can carry a negative charge. But I was uyibamba for what? For a long time. Yes, it is relatively stable than this one, but it cannot carry the electrons for a long time. So most likely the oxygen lona, it will push the electrons to form a bond line so that it gets rid of the what? Of the negative charge. But carbon lona, it cannot be able to hold how many bonds. It cannot be able to hold more than 4 bonds. So the moment uzama push another bond, you are now making them 5 in total. So immediately this double bond, it will have to break. And if when there is an electrophile closer, that double bond will break and take away the what? The electrophile. But now there is no electrophile, this double bond will break and the electrons will just go back to the what? To the carbon. That is why we use this double arrow to show this reaction can either do this way or it can go that way. The resonance icon. But this one, it is the most stable resonance. Yes, so this double bond, we say an enolate ion has got an extra pair of electrons. So it is a nucleophile. Okay, enolate is from a carbonyl compound. It can be a ketone, it can be an aldehyde. Normally in a carbonyl group, it can be able to form a what? An enolate. When we deprotonate the alpha carbon, so now we can be able to take away the electrophile. We end up having something like this. This is C, and then this is double bond O with 2 lone pairs because we have used 1 to form a double bond. And then there's a single bond with a C, and then we're gonna put our electrophile here to balance this carbon so having 4 bonds. So this is now the final product that we have. The final product, or this is the enolate product that we have. But this is the alpha carbon. Sayikhumbule alpha carbon yethu, the one that was bonded to the C double bond O. So these reactions are known as alpha substitution reactions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So if we understand that, we can now look at carbonyl condensations. Carbonyl condensation. So when I talk about carbonyl condensation, it is just an alpha substitution. It's not a different reaction. We are still doing alpha substitution. Well, that is the main topic of the day. So yonke into it is falling under this one. So I would just say it's a subtopic, which I will say it is carbonyl condensation. Carbonyl condensation. So yinike carbonyl condensation. These are the alpha substitutions where the electrophile is another carbonyl compound. So these are just the alpha substitutions. It's like alpha substitutions where the what? Where the electrophile is another carbonyl compound. Skhumbuleni ama-carbonyl compounds, they say they can act as electrophiles angisho. Yes, because they've got a carbon, this carbon here, the carbonyl carbon, it is slightly positive. So this can act as an electrophile. So if you are having an enolate, acetin, we have made an enolate ion. Sitting naku, we have made an enolate ion. Ganji, this is an enolate ion. Let's just say it's an enolate ion, the one that is the most stable resonance. Ganji, this is your enolate ion. So masne enolate ion ganji, and then we bring an electrophile. When the electrophile higher, it is a what? It is actually a carbonyl, is a carbonyl compound. Maybe we bring an electrophile. Let me just say this is RC double bond O, and then this is going to be bonded to maybe CT bonded to X, a good living group. So lo carbon lo namasisiambuka, it is what? It is electrophilic. Sayibonke kanjalo ngisho. Lo carbon electrophilic, it is electron poor because this oxygen, it is pulling electrons away from it. Even this X, which is a living group, it is also pulling electrons away from it. So ngamanye amazwi, this carbon, it can act as a what? As an electrophile. But enolate here, it has got an extra negative charge, right? Oh yeah, it's like this. Yeah, it is fine. It's fine. So it has got an extra negative charge. Let me just write the most stable resonance here. We can just write the most stable resonance of this enolate. So the most stable resonance, it is the one whereby we are having Annabelle, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it is the one. That's why I'm going to change. Okay, so this is our enolate. So our enolate here, it is a nucleophile because in an extra lone pair of electrons. So our enolate is acting as a what? As a nucleophile. Our enolate is a nucleophile because it is having an extra lone pair of electrons. But now, electrophile is a carbonyl compound, a compound in a carbonyl group. So the same mechanism is true, but lana into esiyenzayo siyibiza ngani? Siyibiza nge-carbonyl condensation. It is known as carbonyl condensation. How does it work here? So carbonyl condensation will just work like the normal one, whereby the double bond will break and then our electrons will go towards the carbon. Because remember, carbon works when also our electrons. Yes. And then if this carbon receives our electrons, we know that this oxygen will take away lone pair from this double bond. And then to replace the bond that we are losing to this carbon, this oxygen will do what? It will via resonance, lama electrons will move to form a bond be double bond. So it means that you're gonna end up having a scenario whereby this is gonna be C, this is going to be double bond oxygen with two lone pairs, and then again this is going to be single bond C, and then this is that, and then phezulu. So I bonded nobani, so bonda no carbon kanje. We're gonna bond with this carbon, and lo carbon lona it is bonded to what? To R. So the carbon is bonded to R. So this is the R that you're talking about, and then it is also bonded to ban to X. Okay, so once it's in fire, and then it is bonded to. It is single bonded to an oxygen with a negative charge. So this is what we are having. So scenario So this is the scenario that we are having. So with the scenario esinayo manje, what can possibly happen? With the scenario esinayo lan, what could possibly happen here? The oxygen lona siyabona it is still having an extra lone pair of electrons. So if we bring an alcohol, usually if we bring an alcohol, what happens in the reaction? The oxygen law, it can take away the proton from the alcohol. So if I bring into alcohol ganjen, an ROH, if we bring an alcohol, this oxygen has got an extra lone pair of electrons. But Lena, if this is a good living group, this is most likely to live. But ASEAN is anything a good living group for the sake of this reaction. Let's just say this is not a good living group. We just put an RR chain, ganjen, carbon. Just say this is gonna be R, this is gonna be R, ganjen. This is not a good living group. Should I harm. So nothing else will live here. Even if oxygen force ama electrons ezengapha, lena angeke ibe good living group. It won't be a good living group. So if you bring an alcohol, oxygen for it to be able to rub off the negative charge, it can be able to just do what? To deprotonate the alcohol that you have. So maune alcohol lapo, this alcohol can be deprotonated. The alcohol can be deprotonated, and my electrons are below oxygen such that you'll end up having something like this C, and then this is double bond O, and then double bond L. Then you're having a C here, then you're gonna have a C bonded to R, and then this is single bonded to OH with two lone pairs. Okay, because manje oxygen wako is taken away a hydrogen from this, right? And then you're gonna have a carbon there, a carbon there. So this is a product of a carbonyl condensation. So a carbonyl condensation is basically what? It is basically an alpha substitution reaction whereby It's an alpha substitution reaction whereby our electrophile, it is the what? It is a carbonyl compound. Nucleophile, it is the what? It is an enolate. Nucleophile is an enolate that we form using their process as a qalin. But now, if your electrophile happens to be if your electrophile happens to be a carbonyl compound, then we're gonna say leon izoba a carbonyl condensation. So if the electrophile is a ketone or an aldehyde, the enolate adds to the carbonyl group and whatnot. Yeah. So this is the mechanism. Obviously, lana kuzosala ubani, R O minus. So we'll remain with an RO minus, which is an alkoxide ion as a byproduct there. So this is the first case scenario. What if we manje saletha into ehlukile? We bring an ester. These are very important reactions, so swenza ama exercise based on them. What if we bring an ester manje? Angisho lapha I brought in, this is a ketone angisho. Lena ketone angisho. I-carbonyl compound yami in lana ketone. This is my electrophile. It is a what? It is a ketone. It is an electrophile. It is a ketone. So now, what if I make my electrophile to be an ester? Manje ke sesenza enye carbonyl condensation ehlukile. So I'm still gonna use the same compound for simplicity purposes. Sithi nansi enolate. So here is an enolate ion. So this enolate ion is having an extra lone pair, and our electrons are localized on oxygen. And then now I say I bring an ester. Shooting the letter ester as a nucleophile. So an ester, it is given by C double bond O ngapho phezulu, and then we're gonna have ubani O R. So this is an ester. We know this is a general formula of an ester. So masine ester kanjena, we already know ukuthi this oxygen here, this carbon here, it is experiencing that pull as well as oxygen there. Okay, it is experiencing layer pull coming from that oxygen, although it is balanced by ama inductive effects nan. But to an extent, we can say that this is what? This is electrophilic or carbon weight. So if we're having a carbon that is electrophilic kanjena, and then we're having an enolate, this enolate, bond yayo, it can come and attack this carbon because lo carbon lo unjani, it is electrophilic. But we do the same thing. Obviously, carbon cannot have more than 4 bonds. Okay, electron density ening, it cannot be able to handle it. So what will happen? The double bond between C and O, it will break, and the electrons will go to the oxygen, right? But on the other hand, low carbon lona, we are removing a bond from it, because we are breaking this bond. We are using the electrons to form a bond between low carbon lona and low carbon lona. So this oxygen has to act as a replacement because it has got an extra lone pair. That is the way to rub off your negative charge lawyer. So now if we do just that, we'll realize something here. We'll realize that you're gonna have an intermediate. This is gonna be a C, and then this is gonna be double bond O. This is gonna be double bond O, and then this is going to be a single bond C, and then lastly bonded naloya C. So this carbon here, it is bonded to a carbon, it is bonded, double bonded to an oxygen and an OR. So ngalena we have got a carbon. Ngapha we have got a single bond oxygen with a lone pairs, and then ngapha snani sino OR. We have got an alkoxy group there, OR. So njengoba sinento kanjena ke manje at this point, we can see ukuthi our negative charge is isakhona la kubani ku-oxygen. We still have a negative charge on the what? On the oxygen. So since we have a negative charge on the oxygen kanjena, can oxygen try to delocalize our electrons wakhe? Yes, it can happen like that. So oxygen, it can try to just get the electrons back like the double bond. So oxygen can just try to get the electrons back to this double bond. And then the alkoxy group, usually the alkoxy group, is it a good living group range? RO minus. Is RO minus a good living group? To those who remember. But it's able to live in this case. Is RO minus a good living group or it's a bad living group? It's a poor living group. Is it? Is it a poor living group? Is it a poor living group or RO minus? But I think it's poor. But okay, it's fine. You just have to take the rotoprotonate. Yeah, it's fine. So here, ORO, I know to OR, no RO minus, it is a poor living group, right? Yes, alkoxide ion, it is a what? It is a poor living group, yes. But if force from this bond, from this O double bond here, it can make the OR to leave. You'll confirm, but I think what Dr. One said, try not to use this way, right? I don't know if I heard correctly. But it's possible. It is possible. Low double bond low, because the oxygen loner wants to reform this bond. This one, it can be able to take away the electrons and leave, or RO minus. Yes, it leaves as a strong base corner, but it is able to leave. So in situations of carbonyl condensation, in situation of carbonyl condensation, it can be able to leave. It can be able to be a good, it can be able to live. Yeah, it can be a living group so that we can end up forming a stable bond between carbon and double bond oxygen, such that we're gonna have a stable bond kanjena C, then this is gonna be double bond oxygen, and then this is gonna be single bond carbon. This is bonded to C, this is bonded to BAN, this is double bonded to O, right? So we've got a double bond O, and then we've got another C somewhere. So khona omunye C, omunye carbon ngapha. Yeah, and then ngapha sinethi kanjena. This is the final product though that you must have. Yeah, RO, yes, it is not a good living group, but it can, in this case, iyakwazi act as a living group due to the strength of this, due to the stability of low carbon double bond oxygen. Because when the electrons are moving from oxygen and they are coming here, they are trying to form a state, they are trying to stabilize a negative charge. Yes. So this one is forced to leave. So this one is forced to leave. And oxygen, remember, yes, it cannot carry electrons. It cannot carry negative charge for a long time. But to oxygen, it can be able to carry electrons in the first place. Just like alcohol. Alcohol, RO minus, we were able to have RO minus. When we deprotonated an alcohol, so as ukusala nani ne alkoxide ion angisho. Yes. So oxygen has got that bit of an ability to carry a negative charge. So we are likely to have an alkoxide ion as a byproduct as ophuma lapha. Sayabona into engisho. Yeah, so alpha substitutions and condensation of carbonyl compounds are some of the most common methods for forming carbon-carbon bonds. Okay, it's fine. All right. So with this knowledge, we need to now know how to apply it. So as we apply to do tautomerization and enolization.